Hey guys, and welcome back. It's day 32, we've got 12 men, and it's time for some new goals. My mid-campaign goals are to replace my farmers with wildmen tanks. I want 4 of them in total, so we'll be on the lookout for them. Additionally, I'm looking for a hedge knight now that we can recruit for the two-handed sword AoE build. Just a reminder, if you're not familiar with what I'm going for this campaign, there's a pinned comment in the Discord in the Battle Brothers section that highlights all the classes, perks, and abilities I'm going after. Mr. Honk still doesn't have Steel Brow, so that's staying on the list because, of course, 0 deaths. Speaking of, it's nearly time to start getting some heavy armor to make use of our battle-forged tanks, so we'll be on the lookout for that. It'll take a while to farm it up, but it's on the list. But for now, we crash a brigand! Oh, wow. Okay, here they are. A nice arming sword, lamellar. Actually, some nice helmet, nice kite shield. Okay, half-decent stuff they've got over here. Oh, that poor peasant. 40-40. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Stuff like that you just saw right there. Try to farm the lammer in the middle of the battle. Why not? Oh, yes, yes, yes. They're breaking. I want me some stuff if I can get it. Oh, not getting a lamellar. Oh, well. There's a one chance to get it. Maybe. Oh, Eric 67. Beat him in the head. Maybe we did get it. Who knows? Well, we actually got a very surprising amount of that loot. I didn't expect very much there, but 119 experience, 157 looking good. Charlie, a Mr. Honk promotions. Picked up 170 gold, half a stack of tools, an arming sword worth a fortune, another dagger, another tier 2 falchion, another boar spear, kite shield. It's not bad at all. So for Bannermen, we're going to go Steel Brow, as always. 100% survivability. Resolve, beautiful. Melee attack, beautiful. I have to decide between the hit points for a super nimble tank and ridiculous fatigue. You know what? I'm actually going to go hit points. Super survivable. Meanwhile, Charlie got a level up here, interestingly enough. Apparently, he's just going full max roll ranger, because why not? It seems like a completely legitimate thing to do for a random character. Let's also give him a gifted, because why not? It's just he's actually going to be pretty good for a while. Okay. And there we go. That was one thing on the road to Kramwada. How many more will there be? Thanks, Militia, for the 400th time. 7 Goblin Raiders. Okay, they will actually wreck me. I don't think they'll attack me because I have a size of group size of 12, but oh god, 3 more Goblin Raiders. But I don't want to find out the hard way. Cinnamon suffers an infected wound. Sir, his wound's beyond sore. Let's avoid all these goblin things. They're too sneaky and weaselly, and we're way too low on the hit points. take any risks like that. 9 brigands, some raiders, some marksmen. Okay, this is bad because once they're done with that caravan, they're going to come after us. I'm going to try to go around them while they're too busy. Yeah, there we go. You guys can see we're still like limping across the battlefield here. Whew, all right. We made it through like the corridor of doom. It is east of here. Not far to the east. This is a very easy search quest. And the other quest is going to be a paid cargo delivery to Sonmark, which is where we just came from, and I'm not interested in that in the slightest. Our goal right now is to find some new high-tier men. I'm looking for wild men as potential tank upgrades, like really strong tank upgrades. I feel like we're good on the hunter roles. We need more tanks, and then we need to save up to get some hedge knights. That's really the #1 thing to do. May as well go find this quest to the east. Not far, should be somewhere like right around here. We probably hit that hill, I bet we'll find it. Oh, 7 brigands. Well, they're actually scared. A few marksmen, some raiders. Okay, let them run away then. Hideout of the Death Defier, a necromancer, many armored Wiedergängers, and a fallen hero. That's not going to work for us. So if we have to camp at night, I like to do it on a hill like this where we have extended vision. Looks like we've got some sort of orc marauders. A few berserkers, some young. Yeah, I'll pass on that one. Not far to the east. We should have already have found this place. It's got to be in the forest. It's the only thing I can think. Here's another shack. Some goblin ambushers, many goblin skirmishers, goblin hunters. This place is out of control. Holy. In the swamps, not far to the northwest. Yeah, that's what I figured. It's dangerous walking this close. Yeah, because they can spawn a whole group of guys right on top of you and immediately engage you. There it is, at long last. Ooh, many armored Wiedergängers and a few Naxaras. That's something we could very likely do during the daytime, and if we did do it, we'd finally discover a ruin or hostile camp and destroy it. So I think I'm actually going to take this one on. They're mostly healed up here. We're pretty much 100% repair, just a one little wound in the back. To the wobbly shelter we go. Hate fighting in the swamp against Zambi. Our best bet is to try to move up and hold not the swamp. They're going to have to move through the swamp as well. Swamp is just awful. 4 action points to move, 14 fatigue to traverse. That's the real murky water, and you get a huge penalty to defense as well. So holding your enemies in the swamp can actually be super beneficial. Yeah, the penalty is right here. -25 melee defense, and also range defense, but not ranged. And it's very difficult to get out of and very tiring to wade through. I took the solidest ground I can find. We'll have the zombies just slowly trickle in. And that's it, really. Well, that took a long time, but we got a whole stack of ground grains in the swamp being carried by zombies. Sounds delicious. 100 food, signet ring, and a couple of chains. Sure. Also a hatchet, not bad. To Arbok we go. They need an explorer, do they? All right, we can do this. Some way to the west will do. Are they like right about here-ish? Aha! Our ambition has been fulfilled. We have cleared the camp. Everyone is super happy. So our ambition is currently at competent 877. I think it's like 1050 or thereabouts. Where you need to get to start doing noble quests. I didn't think those guys would attack me. There's really no reason for me to attack them either. There it is. Some way to the west. Many armored Wiedergänger. That is not really something I need to do. I don't even need their armor or anything. Could clear the camp for a little bit of loot, but too slow. Interesting. I actually prefer the caravans get ambushed. Well, it's from Nordholz, thinking of. That's where we're going to buy a lot of lumber in the extremely near future. Might behoove us to shut those dopes down. So we can trade lumber for an exorbitant price. If we don't go down there, I think the trading caravan's going to die. All right, crash, crash. Ooh, a two-handed sword and 140 armor helmets. Wow. Okay, don't see that every day. Sure, I will take it. 1, 2, 3, 4. They can actually get into melee range? Sure. They have no range support, so that's exactly what they're going to do. I did want a two-handed sword user, so this will be great. The spear wall up first and move into position for the other three. Noggin bonk, boys! Oh. Whew! That is a nice big hit. Please tell me we got the sword! Long sword. Beautiful. Also got the Scrammer sacks, a bunch of gear, some random stuff. Awesome for 6 seconds of activity. Let's go save these guys now as fast as possible. I don't want to attack them from the forest, though. Let's do it over here.
Hey guys, Bravo Wolf here. With 12 characters, good gear and some levels under the belt, fights like these pose virtually no challenge. Xavier will do a lot of them for experience and loot, but there just isn't anything interesting to show, and he doesn't really talk during these easy steamrolls. So from now on I will sort of auto-resolve them and skip ahead to the final blow, but rest assured, I will not be skipping any battle with interesting events. And now, crash!
Reconchermical promotion. Ooh, well, hey, I'll take whatever I can get out of those little missions. We're almost completely maxed out on loot, though. That's the one thing. Let's take a look at Schermical now. He is a legitimate, right and proper axe thrower, if there ever was one. So we're going to go Colossus with him first, the only non-9 lives user. We'll go, of course, for the range skill. Definitely the max roll resolve whenever we see one. And, God, it's tempting to go for the range defense. At the same time, we really don't need it with Colossus, Nimble, and Steel Brow. Well, we could need it. It's possible. Eric, our actual melee assassin, the only one of his kind. I don't really want to make him flail spec. I kind of want to go cleaver whip spec. We need to find a cleaver, or rather a whip. We can probably switch over to this Scramasax and then keep the flail in tow for certain situations instead of the knockout clubby. That'll work just fine. The cleaver, it's a decent damage, especially the tier 3 one. The thing is, the ability to hybrid it with the whip is really strong. Let's repair up that sword that I had forgotten about. Skirmish axe, and we're off. Now, let's go back to Aurenbach to turn in our quest. We're going to buy more javelins. I think Monk needs a second batch, if I remember correctly. No, Monk's good. I'm good. Okay, we'll just hold on to him then for later. That's probably the last javelin I'll buy. After that, I want throwing axes. Let's go to Nordholds. See if we can't grab some wood. Actually, you know what? It makes more sense to come down here, I think, to Campstat and sell. So let's do that first. Because we can't actually afford to buy the wood.
This is a caravan hand, one of the backgrounds with a special event. If you have a level 6 or higher caravan hand, he'll upgrade the company's cart, giving you additional 9 inventory slots completely for free. Additionally, they are one of the better cheap-ish backgrounds to hire, with stats falling somewhere between farmers and militia, so you have a good chance of getting a character you'd want to keep around for a long time for the event to proc.
Our fertility idol has been stolen. We can clear some easy brigands. And amazingly, a shipment going a very long distance escort caravan, that is definitely not happening. This is where we're going to get our best value on sales by far. Anything here worth buying? Nope, not a single thing. Let's sell a huge amount of stuff. I'm going to actually hold on to the hand axe unless we need to sell it. The reason being we can use it for shrats in the future. Guess we're going with red shields today. Yoink some meds. And let's go check one more thing before we do that brigand quest. Let's zoom down to Campberg, grab some tools, see if they have any new mans, and see what's going on. Wow, Bernhard, the legend, a swordsmaster. Once upon a time, I used to love swordsmaster for going cleaver spec. They're still actually pretty good at it, but they're very difficult to make work on 0 deaths. However, 3,700 is an incredibly cheap swordsmaster, pretty much as cheap as they come. It's just nothing we could do about it. There's no way we could buy them even if we wanted to. And we're gonna need at least 6 stacks of tools. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna need some ammo because we're completely out. We actually have nothing left already. Food, we'll get the ammo back up at Nordhold, I think. It's a much better place to grab it. Well, at this point, we need to get the following things. Heavy armor for our 4 tanks. This 110 armor with 110 helmet is good and all, but we really need well into the 200s because pretty soon, somewhere around day 45 to day 60, I want to start farming brigand camps with brigand leaders. So that means we're going to have to go into the forest and look for zombie fallen hero camps and try to clear those out. To do that, we're going to need a bunch of reserve crowns, food, tools, ammo, and meds to make sure we can stay out of base for a little while. So we farm up a little bit more on brigands, do a couple more missions, and then we'll go out and get some heavy armor. After that, we'll split our time between farming brigand leader camps as well as into the northern lands, where we can fight the barbarians for increased javelins and also throwing axes, the likes of which we haven't even seen yet, but we're definitely ready to use. So a couple quick things. I lost a shield in one of the last battles, as did Monk. Let's get those going. Mr. Hawk has the ability pretty good aim, so let's give him a stabby. Another thing I would really like is a bandage. I just completely forgot about it, so let's move this bandage over here actually onto Mr. Hawk. That makes a lot more sense there. And lastly, I want to give a sword to Cinnamon. And since we have another boar spear here and everyone has boar spears in the front line, let's give Share My Cow a spear as well because he didn't have one. So now basically everyone has some kind of bonus weapon. Our front line can be increased with a nasal helmet, I suppose. Best candidate's a tank that looks like actually Ben's the highest level tank, so he'll take it. And we are 100% good. Let's hit up Campstat because we know there was a brigand quest there, and then we'll head up to the north and look for a few more quests just to get money to go find camps in the wild. Oh, here is the Brigand quest. Follow the tracks, idol of fertility, done and done. We need a battle standard, boys. 2,000 crowns for this. We actually don't need it for a little while. So we're looking at some brigands, some thugs, not a problem charge. Ooh, a warglaive. Also another border spear. It's an upgrade for some of our spears. Otherwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One in the bush. Same old strategy. We'll sit here to let them come to us and greet them very cordially. Off with his head! 186, 100, 100, all looking very good. We did get a boar spear, and we got the war brand. Got a fancy mail shirt that's not rusted for once. All right, that's a few things. Not very much loot, but a few things is better than no things. Let's go turn it in. Before we do, let's make sure everything is repaired. Boom, boom, and that's actually it. I guess we'll use the shirt on, probably Kiyosuke has earned it. He's going to go from 110 to 115. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless. Let's give Chris an upgrade of the mail shirt. Voila. Looking good. And the boar spear can actually go to anyone who has a regular spear, i.e. Chris. And back we go. If we're going to sell anything, we're going to have to sell it here. And since I want wood in the north, and it's going to be expensive, I think it's time to sell several things, including our hand axe. Doesn't make sense to start saving that right now. Good. We also don't really need the brains. And this kettle helm at 115 should actually be an upgrade for someone in the front line from 110. Eric, all you. And technically speaking, that's a small upgrade for Monk as well. So node holes we go. A few raiders, thugs, poachers, and thugs and raiders. Well, you know what? There's actually 2 supply caravans here. Or actually, it's peasants and a supply caravan. I'm not sure this is really worth the time. Like, we could get some gear for it, but the fight is going to take a very long time to play out. Yeah, this actually looks kind of crazy. 3 factions versus 2 brigands. Actually, no, I think we pulled just the one by itself. The other one was far enough away. Look at these little dopes. Get 'em, boys! Go get 'em! Well, may have gotten some lamellar. Also, it's pretty ridiculous how aggressive these peasants are. They're just rushing in and punching enemies, completely just running around with fists and loincloths. They're like, I'm gonna get you! While an army is next to them. Absolutely amazing peasants. A+ award for peasantry. Oh my, 37% pierce. Well, that was easily peasily. Hey, 200 gold, stack of food, half a stack of tools and arrows? Sure. I will 100% take it. Ooh, and we did farm 1 lamellar, so that worked out okay. Now, we also have 2 promotions. Share My Cow is going to be the ultimate axeman, meaning he needs the steel brow to survive. We also need range skill. We need him to not cry. And more than anything, we need him also to not die. But in this instance, since it's more common, we'll get hit points. I'm going to go for fatigue instead. More common, we'll get a max roll, that is. Over here on Mr. Honk, 3rd tier is Colossus. Never die. Never give up. Next tier will get Rally. So we're going to go, as always, +4 into the Resolve. Beautiful roll there, Mr. Honk. +3 into the Aim. Beautiful roll. And I'm thinking also the hit points. Never die, like I said. Everyone's very happy. One of the things I should probably mention is I really like to maintain one battle a day, if possible. You can see here I've been playing for 37 days, and we have 32 battles. I did skip a few that I could have done, but the reason for doing battles, even the ones you can easily win, is that it gives you a morale boost. And if you can continuously do about one battle per day, you can chain almost every one of your characters to being very happy, and that has a huge impact on starting confident or not. Starting confidence 10% to not get hit, or 10% more defense rather, and 10% more offense. And it's especially great for my two original range characters, Cinnamon, who has Determined, meaning automatic guaranteed starting in confident mode, as well as Monk, as I recall. Yeah, right over here, he has Determined. So it really does have a huge benefit for just chain rolling battles as fast as possible. So we're a little bit beaten up after that. I took a few hits more than I would have liked. There's not a huge reason to do these thugs, but at the same time, how can I not? We can maybe even pull in the reinforcements. Yep. I ran out specifically to get them to charge me, and that's good because they're actually doing it. Now we can chop them off. Beautiful. Another boar spear. That's how it's done. Ooh, Clay got a promotion, and we got a boar spear, 150 gold. This is good. Another hand axe worth like 150, Morningstar worth 112, some tools. Great. Clay is yet another one of our tanks, meaning melee defense, no cry, hit points, beautiful. Also, let's give him the rotation. Pair up things of value. And done. Now, I know one person had a regular spear still, and we can replace that right there. It is Monk. That's been there for a long time, but now, at long last, it's gone. Whoa! 7 dire wolves. Fortunately, they could have... Well, we could probably handle them. I don't want to mess with the RNG of that. All it takes is a few misses, and doomed, and we have literally no ammo whatsoever. Wow, unholds are now on the map. Okay. Really? Unholds on day 38. We also have another archery contest. It seems like there's a lot of archery contests here. Yeah, but we are finally done with hunters. I think I found more hunters in this campaign already than I have in my last 2 full campaigns completely. So the unholds is something we're really not doing. We are going to grab pretty much every single arrow that this place has to offer. We get them a little bit cheaper if we cleared off their own. Actually, the unhold might be worth doing. Let's take a look. Yeah, we're not doing 900 gold quests for multiple unholds. Technically, it probably wouldn't be all that bad if we pulled it into something. Actually, I kind of want the money. Let's do it. I want the money, I want the challenge, and I want the wood. So we need to hunt down the unholds. I don't even see. Oh, there they are. I'm definitely not fighting them in the forest. And frankly, I'm not even going to go out there at nighttime. I'm just going to come over here and camp till day. Ah, there we go. Unbroken Third. Just browsing in Nordholm. We gained some venison, and Monk is in good spirits. Good eats. 3 unholds for 900 gold. Whoo, that's no joke. Unbroken Third. Yeah, see now, unlike the prior monsters, these ones don't want to engage. I think they're actually scared of us, although they have no real reason to be. There we go. There we go, boys. Patience is a virtue. We just need to do this perfectly timed. I want to make sure we're not fighting them in the forest for sure. Make sure when I left-click, there's a boot selected. Beautiful. Let's come back here. Come over here. They're going after him. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're going after him, all right. I think I can get them, right? Like that. And here they are, the Unbroken Third. Let's go. So my plan here is largely let these guys deal with it, and we'll just try to pluck the kill shots. The unholds do have regeneration, so we want to make sure we're focused on one of them at a time. Also, they have a charge stun attack, as well as a fling knockback. So he could pick this guy up, throw him over there, and then move forward, charge, all kinds of stuns. So they're pretty dangerous. Ideally, I don't want to be anywhere remotely close to these guys unless we have very thick, heavy armor, and we're not even close to that yet. I don't know why on Earth they would run out there with their spears drawn, but okay. Sure thing, guys. I don't even see a point to shooting arrows or wasting ammunition. We'll just wait. Mercenaries do have quick hands. That was nice. Yeah, regenerate. That's the fling back. Pick him up, throw him back, and then he can also punch. Okay, so far, not a whole lot's going on. Plan here is get close, but not too close, to make sure there's always at least a couple mercenaries in the way, and just let them whittle even more. Oh man, you ain't gonna be long for this world at that rate. Whoo! Yep, he's not long for that world. This one's confident. They're regenerating quite a bit. All right, I may actually have to help out more than I anticipated, so we'll lay in some damage. So they're proccing Overwhelm, which every time they get attacked reduces their attack by 10. Or is it 10%? Either way, it's pretty strong. This guy goes in 4 turns. I want to make sure... I'm pretty sure they're not going to kill it. It's definitely going to regenerate in a second here anyway, so... That's not surprising in the slightest. Oh, wait a minute. That's actually Mr. Honk that it's next to. This one must be wounded at all costs. Let's rotate with Mr. Honk here and shield wall with Clay. We have a number of tanks who can do this for a while. I really want to go for the kill next turn. Before he gets to regenerate. He's really, not really fatigued, but pretty well fatigued. So he'll go rather late in the roster. X in 2 turns. Don't want him to kill it yet. Yeah, I think we can do it. Between Mr. Honk, everyone else, Kiyosuke. Let's go for it. All out. One down. We're confident. Fantastic. Oh, yes! Knock us back with Clay. That's what I like to see. Need to make sure we have a rotate over here for a Monk. You know what? Monk has 88 hit points. He'll probably be okay for a while. Still, I want to reposition Clay for next turn. Mr. Honk. That is a big hit. Decapitate works wonders on these. Yoink! That's 2. Looking good. All we need to do now is make sure Monk doesn't get murdered. He does have a shield, so should be okay. And it's overwhelmed. He has the cleaver. He can double decapitate. I actually better not go. Every other mercenary has already taken their turn. So let's just hope the cleaver guy doesn't kill it, because I can't kill it before it gets an opportunity. Oh, never mind. That was us the whole time. Okay, here's decapitate, boys. 66. 66. Ah, Mr. Honk. Yoink. All right, 3 kills. Now that is pretty good. How much experience did we get for each one of those? 66 for the fight. That's the shared experience. Anyone who got a kill, looks like Kiyosuke, Charlie, and Mr. Honk, got an additional 66 each. And we picked up giant skull and bones. Not 1, not 2. Actually, well, yes, 2. We also got an unhold hide and some strange meat. That is a great haul. Absolutely great haul. Plus 900 gold. The unhold slain, you order the men to take what trophies they can as proof of your work, and possibly as something to use for yourself. In we go. Nordholds no longer has unhold attacks. We've gained 700 crowns. I'm actually curious what our reputation with them now is. Very friendly. Okay. So for the unhold hide, I do not intend to use arrows. In fact, I didn't intend to use arrows this long. We just haven't had a chance to get mortar javelins and throwing axes yet, and I didn't intend to get like 5 ranged units either. We just happened to have Clay and Charlie who worked out fairly well like that. In any event, we're not going to make quivers. We're going to get rid of these relatively soon. And then lastly, the giant skull and bones. I'll hold on to it for now, but I think if I find a good opportunity, like a town, like a large town down in the south, camp worked rather, if it has ambushed trade routes, I'll sell it there. I would not mind a good income from that. While we're in town, though, you can see what they actually make at the taxidermist. We could make a large quiver of bolts, which I think holds 15, if I remember correctly. While we're here, let's buy one of these Noxera trophies. I was actually saving the 2 fangs and the 2 horns specifically for this. It's 250 to craft it. But it does give us a little bit more resolve. And resolve will go on Mr. Honk very nicely. +4. Boom. As our soon-to-be bannerman as soon as we actually get the banner. I do like the heavy water dog armor. However, we don't really need it very badly, and it does cost money, so we'll skip it for now. Wood is cheap. Will we find someplace in anywhere to sell? Very likely, I think. Yes. Yoink, yoink, yoink. We already need a food. Oh, I didn't mean to buy the fish. Whatever, we bought it. And now, I suppose, we're going to have to take this quest, which is to go back down to Crownwater for 240 crowns. When we're there, we can sell some stuff. I didn't want to do that. Oh, actually, Crownwater's over here. Never mind. Ambush caravan. That's likely an easy brigand quest. We'll probably come back and do that and grab some arrows. We're about to be short on paying the men, unless... Yes, perfect. Crowns, just as we need to pay them. And another caravan ambush. Very good. Brigands. 680 crowns. All right, let's go, boys. At the camp northeast. Oh, look at that. They actually just sent out a party not long ago. Some raiders and a leader. You literally cannot get better than this. Holy mother of heavens. This is the perfect... You literally... It is so rare to find just some raiders and a leader. That is incredible. This is a huge farming opportunity. Absolutely huge. But of course, that's an opportunity we'll take in the next episode. So what did we get done today? We didn't find any wildmen. We found no hedge knight, but we can finally say our company, at long last, all has steel brow, meaning no one's going to die to 2 random crossbow shots to the head. We didn't get heavy armor either, but again, these are kind of like the longer term campaign goals here, so they'll probably be up for a few episodes each. As for today's episode, however, we've earned 3,700 crowns. We had 7 promotions, bringing us almost halfway to the big survivability milestone of nimble and battle-forged on everyone. We got 0 recruits, but that's okay because we're only on the lookout for really solid men right now. And it also means we don't need recruits because we've got 0 deaths. Anyways, that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you in the next one. Well, we may have gotten some lamellar. Also, it's pretty ridiculous how aggressive these peasants are. They're just rushing in and punching enemies, completely just running around with fists, loincloths. They're like, I'm gonna get you! While an army is next to them. Absolutely amazing peasants. A+ award for peasantry.